It's a very strong Tipperary team with that much sought-after cocktail of youth and experience. The latter is provided by 34-year-old goalkeeper Brendan Cummins, while the youthful exuberance is best illustrated by the presence of 18-year-old Noel McGrath, right corner forward. There's also 20-year-old wing-back Brendan Marr from Borrisoleigh, who's named in the starting 15 for the first time. His selection means Pádraig Marr is transferred to full-back, Paul Kern is moved to the corner, with Conor O'Brien the player to lose out. The team captain is the centre-back from Newport in North Tipperary, Conor O'Mahony. The news from the Limerick dressing room is that Ollie Moran has been replaced at centre forward by his younger brother Niall. He broke his finger against Wexford but is now fully recovered. Star performer against Dublin, Gavin O'Mahony, is given a bit more freedom by being named at centre field, with Seamus Hickey now operating at 5. Andrew O'Shaughnessy needs to step up to the plate today as his county, led by captain Mark Foley, seek a place in the All-Ireland final 125 years after Cumann Lucas Gael was founded. Based on man-to-man analysis, Tipperary look to have the better hurlers, but will they win the semi-final? Tipperary haven't won an All-Ireland semi-final since 2001. Tipperary have lost the last 5 championship matches in Croke Park. Is it going to be different? Here we go. It's the All-Ireland hurling semi-final of 2009. Tipperary won the toss and decided to play towards Hill 16. That is from right to left. Pat Kerwick wears the traditional red helmet, picked up here, however, by Gavin O'Mahony, who's outstanding in the last match. There's a ball gone inside. Brendan Cummins has to come off his line quickly and deprive Paddy McNamara of early possession. Waiting for it is Brian Geary. He's hooked, but he manages to get as far as Gavin O'Mahony. Good calling by David Green. Over to the far side, Paddy McNamara just doesn't get a touch. This is a Thurles Sarsfield's man, Pádraig Marr. All-Ireland minor medalists in 2006 and 2007. In fact, he won man of the match. Nice pick up by Seamus Hickey. Loses possession rather easily. Pat Kerwick. He's dispossessed by James Woodlock. Sending it in towards Owen Kelly. Lucy misses it. Here's Kelly. Faces the keeper. Tipperary goal. It's the very first time that Owen Kelly has ever scored a goal against Limerick in the championship. Made his debut 9 years ago, but Brian Murray had no chance of preventing a little bit of history. Gavin O'Mahony just bats it down for John O'Brien, who says, "Thank you very much indeed." In one way, you could see that while Tipperary have scored a goal and a point, they both come from errors. Seamus Hickey puts it into the corner. A little bit of calling going on as David Green says, "Leave it to me." He has a go from just a few metres inside the sideline and he whips it over the bar. Limerick are on the scoreboard after 9 minutes of play. Cleared by Declan Fanning. Pat Kerwick in the centre of the field, unmarked momentarily, takes advantage of it and raises a white flag for the first time in this All-Ireland semi-final. This is dropping down towards Andrew O'Shaughnessy, well gathered by Paddy Stapleton, another Borrisoleigh man. Celebrated his 24th birthday last Wednesday, and here comes Gavin O'Mahony. Great score. They're continuing to work hard, Limerick, despite that early Owen Kelly goal. Fine point here by Gavin O'Mahony. This time Brian Murray opts for a long ball. Great catch by Conor O'Mahony. Good calling by Pat Kerwick, but he just loses sight of the slipper momentarily. Seamus Hickey comes in to challenge. Kerwick did well to recover. Quick shoulder from Foley. The Limerick people just love it when Mark Foley hits a good shoulder. On for his Lark Corbett. Down inside is Noel McGrath. Corbett's finding it difficult to control it, but onto the third and fourth gear. Seamus Callanan wants it. Down it's a goal! Noel McGrath gets the goal. They were queuing up for it. Callanan was there as well, but look at the way Corbett came in. The hand pass was perfect. There was Noel McGrath, and if he missed it, well, then Seamus Callan was waiting as well.
And that's the value of having players like McGrath and Callan. They ran 35 metres to get in there for Lark Corbett, and a simple execution by McGrath.
Seamus Hickey backfires Damien Rail. Keeping it in is John O'Brien. Mark Foley. Under pressure from Pat Kerwick. Bearing down on goal. Will he go for it? Good save. No, it's in! Pat Kerwick scores Tipperary's third goal. It looked like Brian Murray had this one saved, but it skidded on the surface past the Limerick keeper.
Well, it came initially from a mistake by Mark Foley. Cross ball by John O'Brien. He failed to hold it, and Kerwick came onto it and, you know, shot along the ground. That Murray will be a bit disappointed. It was a fast shot, but he'll feel that it went under his body.
James Woodlock helping out his defence momentarily, but they're not under any great threat, I have to admit. Noel McGrath over towards Seamus Callanan. Lark Corbett has gone inside, but Callanan puts his name on the score sheet for the first time. And surprisingly enough, as we head towards a half an hour of action, the only player in the Tipperary attack that hasn't scored is one Lark Corbett. Runs it on for Seamus Callanan, turns onto his left, and that is how you score in Croke Park. Second point for Seamus Callanan.
Yeah, trademark Callanan scores, and ball put in front of him, run onto it, and then with his pace and just a twist away from the defenders, and a fine score.
Nice work again by Tipperary, sending it in low. Noel McGrath looking around at options, gives it back across for Kerwick. I told you about McGrath and Kerwick. There's an understanding between them. You can be a creator and a finisher. Take your options. Kerwick and McGrath can do both. Previously, we saw Pat Kerwick creating the opportunity for Noel McGrath. This time, it was to return the compliment. Stephen Lucy goes for the long ball. Down for his David Breen. Well blocked. Here's Andrew Shaughnessy. Bearing down and goal. And the referee has blown his whistle and he's giving a penalty. Tipperary players are protesting.
Well, I'd like to see that one again, Marty.
So would I. Was this a penalty?
Well, I don't think so, Marty. I mean, you know, if it was a draw match, I think that Tip defence will be up in arms.
Brian Murray has come up from the goals. Remember, he did this already in a penalty against Dublin in the quarter-final, and he scored in Semple Stadium. He now has to do it in Croke Park. Has to go for goal! Brian Murray scores the penalty and gives Limerick fans a new lease of life, and perhaps the confidence can be restored. But it's a long journey back, not just for Brian Murray back to his goal down at the Davin end, but more importantly on the scoreboard. Batted down by Fanning, picked up by James O'Brien. Available to his right is Gavin O'Mahony, a little bit of space. Over the far side is Brian O'Sullivan. Limerick need goals. He's going to go for it. Drives it in and he finds it. It's a start. It's a beginning for Limerick. Donal O'Grady feeding Brian O'Sullivan. He had a crack and it just sneaked past Brendan Cummins.
Yeah, he may have been, you know, Paddy Maher may have been in his line of sight there, and he saw it late, but lovely little grass colour right into the corner.
Great catch by Noel McGrath. Gives it inside. Lark Corbett's first score. Brilliant goal. We had to wait for 56 minutes for Corbett to score, but it's a thing of beauty. Set up by Noel McGrath. It's 1 against 1 here, and Murray had no chance.
Yeah, great to see it from up here, Marty, because the minute Noel McGrath caught it, now Corbett made a run and gave him a little nod. He knew where he wanted it and struck it beautifully into the corner, and that takes all the momentum away from Limerick now. Seamus
Hickey. Long ball sent in by Ollie Moran, but they're getting little change. Few breaks. Mike O'Brien maybe can make a difference. Stopped in his path, he's already won a free. Tipperary lads saying, why was that given? And the free quickly taken and given away. Declan Fanning drops it down towards Noel McGrath and Owen Kelly. Lovely stick work by McGrath. That's magnificent play. He's only 18, he won't be 19 until December 17th. Made his championship debut this season, but just watch the stick work. Beautiful. Took it off the Limerick man and put it over the bar.
Yeah, no time, just tapped it back. And that score came from, you know, the giveaway free up here that Limerick should have scored, and you know, that's soul destroying for the management and defenders.
James Woodlock. Lyndon Maher is beside him. The referee felt he was being fouled, so that's going to be a free for the Tipperary number 8. Justin McCarthy, since he got involved back with Clare in 1977, has managed teams against Tipperary 7 times and won 6. I'm afraid today it will not be one he will want to remember. This is a dropping ball towards Noel McGrath. Mark O'Riordan, McGrath gathers it, Lark Corbett, goal number 2. You can see why he was top scorer in the championship for Tipperary. Held scoreless till the 55th minute. Here's Noel McGrath. Second time he's created an opportunity for Corbett, and Brian Murray left stranded.
Yeah, but again, it came from the initial mistake by Mark O'Riordan. Failed to hold the ball. It was, you know, McGrath didn't even contest it with him and just picked up the break. Simple score for Lar.
Mark O'Riordan, but it's McGrath that has it. Lays it off quickly. Ball gone inside to Seamus Callanan. More trouble for Limerick. There's a chance here. Here's Lark Corbett. Here's the hat-trick. 3 goals and a point. Thank you very much, says Lark. This is becoming embarrassing for Limerick. Joyful for Tipperary. But look at the stick work, look at the understanding, and look at the finish. And the referee, Brian Gavin, brings to an end the nightmare for the Shannonsiders. It's Tipperary against Kilkenny in the All-Ireland final. Well, the teams, as you can see, they go into battle and then they shake hands. Neighbours, not alone indeed neighbouring county, but indeed friends as well. It's part of the game of hurling. But it's Tipperary against Kilkenny on the first Sunday in September. We look forward to that on the 6th of September 2009. Full-time score in this second All-Ireland hurling semi-final. Tipperary, 6 goals and 19 points. Limerick, 2-7.